What's up? Let's talk about something that is kind of weird and it's kind of interesting. And it's something, this is the type of shit I think about all the time, and I'm always watching. If you're around me in the gym, you know I have a very, very keen sense of watching and observing and seeing what's going on, even if I'm not looking at you. But what I see, and luckily it doesn't happen too much in my place, but it does happen. But also going to health clubs and being around other places and just being out into the active world, you see the ongoing obsession of trying to burn a certain amount of calories, or being obsessed with how many calories they are burning in their workouts. Because as I always talk about, the biggest thing that we have to do every day is our non-negotiable work in. That's every day no matter what. But we got to get there. So most of these people aren't always working out, and they're always chasing some sort of, calorie burn during their sessions. I find it interesting in a couple of ways, because these people usually have probably zero idea of what sort of energy they consume in calories on a daily basis, and especially weekly to monthly type totals. I do know that a lot of people probably, go up and down and undulate in calories subconsciously, and they don't even really pay attention. But the problem is that the majority of them are still above maintenance. And so they just stay above maintenance and they keep kind of coming up and down. But they're on point with being at the gym or on their app or whatever it is to get their workouts in every day. They're pretty consistent with always wanting to move and trying to burn calories. Okay? I'm going to kind of go off on this a little bit, because there's a part to this, and that person is usually frustrated as well in some areas, because they probably have nagging injuries and they probably have some sort of pain, and they just don't function quite as well as they wish they did, and they don't really know why, because they're in there every fucking day doing the stuff. And so it's kind of a weird thing. But when I was just mentioned it again, and I've talked about it in the past, but that daily practice of restoring that baseline ability to operate and move functionally as a human being is what they're lacking. That's one thing that will do a lot, because it will also help their metabolism and help the vitality and the energy of their body throughout the day, burn more calories, which is far, far, far more important than the calories in the workout. So let's go back to that. When I talked about people becoming obsessed with this, if we start to look at how calories are burned, okay, and we can take a few different ways. Like, we have our basic metabolic rate. That's just like for my brain and everything, and muscles to be fed, like everything to function, my immune system, everything, but just laying in bed all day. And that equates to about 70% of the calories we burn in a day, okay? So just being an alive human being without even freaking moving, dude, is burning 70% of your calories, thereabouts, every day, okay? So we've got about 30% more to look at here. And the number two way is still not exercise, okay? This is coming into that whole topic of like NEAT, the non-exercise energy expenditure, and just how much we move throughout the day, how much we fidget, we talk, we play around. Like, all these things burn calories, and they actually burn about 15% of our total daily calories. So we got 70% from just being a healthy human, hopefully healthy, but we're on that quest, but 70% for just our basic metabolic rate. And then you throw in the just doing shit, and it can even be like literally driving the car, moving around, using your foot, is burning excess energy, and that is at 15%, okay? Then, is it exercise? And I'm afraid not. It even gets weirder here. Then we go to more of like how we digest and process the energy that we're taking in, okay? So digesting and breaking down these foods to utilize them literally costs us about 10% of our energy. I don't know if you're doing math here, but that's leaving us with about 5% of our daily total calories that are burned are coming through exercise. Okay? So when we obsess and we get crazy on this hour-long number or this 90-minute number, whatever we're trying to do, it's kind of like it's going to backfire if it hasn't already. And I kind of made the case of how it could be backfiring earlier. But, so what do we got to do here? Well, we just got to go back to what we know. Everybody knows that like building lean muscle mass enhances and raises your metabolic function, and enhances your metabolism. So we also know that lifting weights doesn't burn that many calories, but it has a very big hormonal effect down the line, okay? So the busy work that you're probably accomplishing in the gym all the time is burning what looks like bigger bulks of calories. But in the grand scheme of things, in a 24-hour span, it's very small. It looks good on your app, it looks good on your watch, or whatever this bulk number is. But the big key thing is learning how to use things like weight training and proper high intensity exercise with the proper rest to stimulate our hormones and our metabolism to then burn way more calories all throughout the day and throughout the week and throughout the month, okay? So we need to utilize our time in the gym to stimulate, ignite, and get our body into becoming what we want it to become. Like if we want to get in there and build muscle, we have to get in there and build a stimulus. We have to get in there and provide our muscles with certain stimulus that we can constantly go back to and adapt over time from, and that is where we will grow, okay? This, in turn, will burn way more calories than me not allocating that time to build that tissue, but just start to do some crazy fucking fitness things and just burn calories and just kind of get more frustrated down the line, all right? You guys, I know I've been kind of talking, ranting for a while, but if you think about that, re-listen to it, kind of go through it. We all know somebody who's going through this stuff. I've been there a million times in certain ways of my own fitness journey. And this is really one way that if you want to become leaner and healthier and even reduce pain and become a more mobile human being, okay, you need to stop chasing the calories in the gym and set your lifestyle up to burn the most calories for you, okay? Does that make sense? Hopefully. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Peace.